OLUWAKAYODE ADIGUN is my name. A lot of people prefer to call me Pake, which is my pet name over the years. I currently invest in people and corporate entities, assisting them to achieve their desired goals in life. Born into a family of 6 over 50 years ago in the city of Ibadan. Very early in life, at the age of 5, to be precise, when my immediate junior brother was born, I began to understand faintly why I was born and for what purpose I came into this world. Essentially, it's about assisting people to identify their life purpose and supporting them in that life journey to find essence of living and to achieve their desired goals in their lives. In the past 30 years, even when I was working in paid employment, I found myself at different times in different fora, in different organizations, doing the same thing, helping individuals, helping organizations, whether profit or non-profit organizations, to achieve their goals and objectives and aspirations in life. And now that I'm retired and refiring, going into other things in life to support the next generation, I picked up to take the challenge of fostering the goals and aspirations of trustees of true riches, essentially where a group of people have come together, people of like minds, passion and drive to support the next generation, who we call the youth today between the age of 19 and 20 and 39, giving them what they need to equip them for the challenges of the future, not only in Nigeria, even at the world at large, and then how they can begin to influence their chosen mountain of influence out of the 7 mountains of culture that we have today. For the Trustees of True Riches as a foundation, as an academy, and as a funding support institution, I'll be taking the servant leadership role of the visionary, coordinating the affairs at that level, bringing thoughts and ideas to drive goals and aspirations, values, and the objective of Trustees of True Riches. So I call myself as the chief servant, interacting with both internal stakeholders and external stakeholders, not again only in Nigeria, but also in the world at large. Trustees of True Riches was a burning desire in me some 8-9 years ago. Having gone through the teachings of Pastor Tunde Bakare, who we call PTB today, in 2004-2005, about how some people can come together from diverse industries and walks of life to network and to partner to advance the kingdom of God on earth in the respective mountains of culture. It was not a dream, it was not a vision. I'm not too sure whether it's a prophecy, maybe it was, but it was like a fire in my bone and in my heart that we need to bring up Trustees of True Riches under the same principle and concept, however, with a different approach. Because in those days, it was basically about people that are already established in their various professions and careers. But this time around, it is an initiative to support and help the coming generation, especially the youth, like I said earlier, so that they can find fulfillment and also to be able to support other people, not their peers alone, but even the coming generation, so that there can be a continuity and succession plan for generations yet unborn. So it's basically, like I said, and essentially to give an opportunity for people of the next generation to take advantage of the various opportunities that are available in terms of building a solid lifestyle that is meaningful not only to them, but everybody around them. We are giving an opportunity to the next generation, those people we call the youth and probably the generation next to begin to build something from a very young age. Most of us today in my age, my peers, do not have the same opportunity most of these youth have today. And you will agree with me that there's a generational gap. Generational gap in terms of culture, generational gap in terms of approach to life, generational gap in terms of the tools and elements that are available for this generation to work with. Who we think about 30, 35 years ago when we were growing up that you won't have to travel to see somebody before you see the person to discuss with the person. So those are the kind of advantages and opportunities they have. Perhaps one would think is misguided, is being used for other things, yes. But the benefits for me, from what I've seen, outweighs the misdeeds that these tools and elements are being used for. So basically what we want to do eventually is the youth that will run the trustees of True Riches in the next 2-3 years. These are the people that you'll be seeing. But we, the trustees, who we call the fellows, will just support and give guidance and direction to the youth that we call the arrows of the trustees of True Riches. The idea that we have in mind for operating the trustees of True Riches, one is that it will run almost entirely on what we call digital processes and technology. And secondly, the trustees of True Riches will focus on two things majorly. One is the academy, where we will train, we will coach, and we will mentor this youth that will become part of trustees of True Riches, so that in like manner, they should be able to extend the frontiers of their areas of influence. The second thing that we'll be doing is to fund, as a foundation, the businesses of this youth. A lot of them, like I mentioned earlier, the coloration has changed about what work is. When we are growing up, work is graduate from the university, serve your fatherland, and then get a paid employment in a bank, in an hospital, in an architectural firm, in a legal firm. But the things have changed. This generation believes so much in entrepreneurship, in self-sustenance. And so we'll be investing in such ideas and businesses and concepts to assist them financially, because one of the challenges today with the generation is economic empowerment. And so in that regard, we'll be providing funds, and not just providing it, living like that, we'll be investing in their businesses to see it mature into what they desire it to be, and then we'll make a decision on how to move forward. Again, in terms of funding, we'll be funding disadvantaged people. We have a lot of them, single parents who are within this age bracket, people that have challenges with family and they can't do certain things they have desired to do for their lives, whether it is in vocational career or it is in professional career, looking for work or something like that. So we'll be assisting in those things. And whether in the academy or the funding, which we call goodness and mercy and grace and glory, for the two I mentioned earlier, we'll be partnering with a lot of people that want to be part of this idea initiative, because we believe that nobody can be a modicum of intelligence, and if you want to walk very far, you need to work with people. And so we are open to a lot of collaborations home and abroad to ensure that we actually achieve all the goals that we set ahead of us. In that regard, flowing from what I just said, we are making a call to everyone, individuals and corporate entities that have like passion, that have similar ideas with us, to support this generation. There's a lot of vulnerability, and I don't think vulnerability is a bad thing in its entirety. As a matter of fact, it's through vulnerability you become intimate with the opportunities to take advantage of the vulnerabilities. So we believe sincerely that we can't do this alone, because if you want to go very far in anything in life, you must go with people of like minds. And so we're calling on people to be part of this initiative so that we can make a people ready, prepared for the journey ahead, and so that we can achieve all the goals and objectives and aspirations of the trustees of True Riches now and in the near future.